Good evening, folks, and welcome, and thanks for joining us. We're coming to you live from the VIP lounge of the Rabat International Airport, the RRA, and His Excellency President Boakai departs the country today for Morocco to attend a very crucial forum that's bringing together leaders from across the African continent to discuss key continental issues as it relates to climate change, energy, digital transformation, development, and international cooperation. So currently, as you can see, you are seeing the arrival of the presidential convoy here at the executive lounge of the Rabat International Airport. So the president will be attending the MEDays Forum. The MEDays Forum is organized by partners along with the Moroccan government, and it will be bringing together leaders that will be gathering there in Morocco to discuss key issues related to the continent's growth and development. Like I mentioned earlier, some of these issues that will be discussed include energy, climate change, digital transformation, and you name it. So currently the president has just arrived, obviously, as you can see. That's the official vehicle of His Excellency President Boakai making its way in here at the VIP lounge of the Executive Mansion. So we're here to bring you live coverage of his departure, and stay with us, keep watching wherever you're watching us from. My name is Anthony Williams, and I'm bringing you this live coverage from the VIP lounge of the Executive Mansion. Now, once the president makes his way into the VIP lounge, I'm going to bring you some of the full details as to what the MEDays Forum is all about. I'm going to bring you up to speed about the MEDays Forum, but it's a forum that's bringing together African leaders, of course, to discuss key issues about the continent, and stressing on some of these issues, including climate change, digital transformation, development issues. So also here at the airport, we're seeing the arrival of the Minister of State, Honorable Minister of Steve arriving here. I guess he's going to usher President Boakai into the VIP lounge. So he stands by. Also part of the president's cabinet. One person I've noticed also that's here on the airport, we saw the arrival of my Minister of State with her portfolio, also Madam Boakai Belity. Also, it appears she's traveling along with the president of his delegation. So there he is, President Boakai is making his way into the VIP lounge. All right, folks, there you have it. His Excellency President Boakai making his way there into the VIP lounge of the Rabat International Airport. A few moments ago, President Boakai was at the Best Brains University, where he addressed Liberian youth about the Liberia Youth Forum that's been held there at the Best Brains Academy. Best Brains University, precisely. President Boakai was out there, and he was addressing the young people. He did mention his travel. But we can talk about what the MEDays Forum is all about. That's taking place in Tangier, Morocco. And there are several details that have been released about the forum. This forum is held every year, and it brings African leaders together there in Morocco. So just to bring you up to speed on some of the details about the forum, I was trying to talk about some of the discussions that will be held surrounding energy, infrastructure development, digital transformation, you name it. But basically, the MEDays Forum is an annual high-level international forum held in Tangier, Morocco, and it is often referred to as the Davos of the Global South. Come to think of it, this particular forum, like I've been saying, is actually organized by the MEDays Institute in partnership with the government of Morocco. And it's organized every year, like I've said, every year as a platform that, focuses on geopolitics, economic development, energy, climate resilience, digital transformation. I've been mentioning that also. Also, migration issues will also be on the table. And then also the South-South cooperation, as usual, will be some of the issues that will be discussed. Now, the gathering also brings together, like I've said, leaders, presidents, prime ministers, ministers, CEOs, multilateral agencies, and also global experts. They will all gather there in Morocco for this particular forum. Now, President Boakai also will be one of the first leaders amongst leaders that will be gathered at the forum to, deliver special messages out there. President Boakai participation, especially on day one of the event, should be on the 26th of November. President Boakai will be the first of 5 presidents and prime ministers to speak. Amongst those leaders that will gather there at the forum on the 6th, President Boakai will be the first amongst leaders that will gather at the forum to speak, amongst prime ministers also to speak. And then also after his message, after President Boakai's message, President Boakai will also be awarded the prestigious Grand Prix MEDays. So the prestigious Grand Prix MEDays is the highest distinction that's bestowed during the MEDays Forum held in Tangier, Morocco. So usually at the forum, there are awards, that are granted or given to world leaders who are usually at the forum. And President Boakai will be amongst those leaders. In fact, he will be awarded the prestigious Grand Prix MEDays. That's the highest distinction bestowed during the MEDays Forum held in Tangier, Morocco. Now, but let's talk about the recognition. Obviously, this particular award that will be given to the president while he's there in Morocco. This recognition reflects on President Boakai's leadership in strengthening democratic governance and also his vision for national renewal and institutional reform. Also his commitment to peace, stability, and regional cooperation. And then we can also talk about some of the efforts that he's making to rebrand Liberia as a credible, responsible, and a forward-leaning nation. Although both post-war, presidents of Liberia have attended the MEDays, neither of the 2 past presidents have been awarded. So come to think of it, post-war presidents, like we can say former President Shirley, she was at the MEDays Forum, former President Weah was at the MEDays Forum. But speaking of the Grand Prix Award that will be bestowed on President Boakai, none of those past immediate 2 leaders have been given that award. So it means President Boakai is going to be the first post-war president to be awarded the Grand Prix accolade in Morocco. So that's a lot. I mean, that's very incredible. And some of the reasons why the president will be given this award, like I've been saying, is about his leadership in strengthening democratic governance, and also his efforts in the fight against corruption. We're talking about his vision for national renewal and institutional reform. So those are some of the reasons for which President Boakai will be awarded. So although, like I've mentioned, previous leaders have been to the forum, but they've not been awarded. But there are also some African leaders who also have been given this award. Awards have been presented to several presidents across the continent. The Grand Prix MEDays Award. We're talking about the President of Kenya, President Paul Kagame. President the President of Kenya, have been awarded this particular MEDays Grand Prix Award. Also, Azali Azumani, you must know, the President of the Union of the Comoros, or you can say Comoros Islands. He also awarded. He's the former chairperson of the African Union, by the way. Also, Macky Sall, former president of the Republic of Senegal, former Senegalese president Macky Sall, was also awarded the Grand Prix MEDays Awards. So, I mean, come to think of it, top leaders have received this award. Also, Jose Maria Neves, the president of the Republic of Cape Verde, has also received this award. So, President Boakai will now be joining some of these leaders for this notable group of honor, statement recognized for promoting governance, peace, and international cooperation. So, this is key. But I know we all have the normal conversation when presidents travel, the concern about what he brings back and all of that. But some of these travels are just literally meant to participate in these forums, but at the same time agreed that the government and, the ministers, the president, delegation will have to hold some meetings, make some push, have some discussions, sign some MOUs, that will benefit the country or the government. Even the president himself will mingle with his colleagues, his counterparts. They will hold discussions, and some of these discussions can yield to eventual benefits that can benefit Liberia. So as we await the president to depart, probably we can just go outside and show you what it looks like outside here currently. The president is taking his breather in the executive lodge of the RRA as we speak. We also, but out here, as you can see, there isn't much happening, and all of the ministers are in there with the president. We have not been given sufficient details yet on President Boakai's delegation as to how many officials are traveling with the president and all of that. And also, usually when the president travels, right before me here, there's usually a flight, parked right here waiting to take the president. But this isn't the case from what it looks like. It appears that President Boakai will be traveling commercial. If you look ahead of you, it appears the president will be traveling commercial. So, come to think of it, President Boakai have traveled commercial on several occasions. Usually, sometimes ASCA, Kenya Airways, and you name it. So, from what it looks like, the president will be traveling with this Kenya Airways flight, from what it looks like, because we don't see a chartered flight as usual, usually from, a chartered flight. So, as you can see, that's the Kenya Airways flight. In fact, it's the next flight that's to be leaving, and literally the only flight here at the RRA. So, it appears that's going to be the flight I will take to Morocco. Now, I keep mentioning that upon his speech, he's expected to deliver a speech. In fact, he will be the first of those 5 leaders that will be at the MEDays Forum. He will be the first to deliver his speech, and after his speech, he will be giving the Grand Prix MEDays Awards. He's going to be joining some of his counterparts who have won this award. And President Boakai is going to be the first post-war Liberian president to receive the award. I mean, previous presidents have gone to the MEDays Forum, but they have not been awarded. So he's going to be the first to receive that award, post-war Liberian president. We might want to make some research and go backward to find out probably some African or some Liberian presidents have won that award or have been presented that award, but he is going to be the first Liberian post-war president to be given the award. President-elect Paul Kagame of Kenya, President Macky Sall of Senegal have won that award. They've been presented that award. But again, President Boakai is going to join his counterpart also. So yes, I mean, the MEDays Forum is all about talking about African issues. I keep mentioning climate change, geopolitical issues. We're talking about digital transformation, and you name it. Several key continental issues will be on the table to be discussed. So folks, you can stay with us, keep following. Thanks for watching and thanks for following. My name is Anthony Williams. It appears any moment from now, President Boakai will be taken to the terminal As you can see, the Kenya Airways flight. The vehicles here already at the airport. You already also do have the presidential vehicle right here parked right behind me. He's going to drive His Excellency to the flight, and then he will board the flight and depart the country for Morocco and there in Tangier. So, yeah, I see most of you in the comment section wishing President Boakai safe travel. Some of you also can leave your comments as it relates to the MEDays Forum. What do you know about the MEDays Forum there in Morocco. So keep watching, keep following. My name is Anthony Williams. Wherever you're watching and following from, we'd like to say thanks for watching, thanks for following. So we're still here awaiting President Boakai in the VIP lounge of the RRA, and any moment from now he will be coming out here, and he will be driven towards the flight there, where he will officially board the Kenya Airways flight, I guess, from what it looks like, because it appears this is the only flight that's bound to depart Liberia, as we are here at the RRA. Precisely from what it looks like, literally this is the only flight here at the airport. So keep watching, stick and stay with us. My name is Anthony Williams. This is LNTV Liberia Live. Now, for those of you who are just joining, if I could just do a little summary of what the President Boakai's travel is all about. So, like I said, the president is departing the country, is going to Morocco. The MEDays, or you can say MEDays, it's precisely MEDays, and it's the MEDays Forum. It's being held there in Tangier, Morocco. Now, this particular forum is being organized by partners in the Moroccan government, and it brings together African leaders to talk key or continental issues about the African continent. Most importantly, issues of climate change, digital transformation, geopolitical issues, will be discussed. Now, the forum brings together. The forum brings together our presidents, prime ministers, CEOs, multilateral agencies, and global experts. All of these people will meet there in Morocco, and to discuss, some of the issues I named, mentioning geopolitical issues. Now, I also want to emphasize here, as per the details that we've gathered about the trip, I also want to emphasize here that President Boakai, after his speech on the first day, on day one, in fact, he's going to be the first to speak amongst 5 of his counterparts. He's going to be the first. And after his message, we informed that he will be awarded the prestigious Grand Prix MEDays. The prestigious Grand Prix MEDays. He will be the first post-war Liberian president to receive that award. Several Liberian presidents have been to the MEDays Forum. You can call it that, the MEDays Forum. But President Boakai is going to be the first to receive that award. So the MEDays Forum, or the prestigious Grand Prix MEDays Award, is the highest distinction bestowed during the MEDays Forum held in Tangier, Morocco. Usually, every year when this forum is organized or held, leaders are awarded for their contribution, to the continent, the continental growth. Now, if we can be a little precise about, according to the MEDays, why President Boakai will be awarded, it's basically for his leadership in strengthening democratic governance, also his vision for national renewal and institutional reform, and also for his commitment to peace, stability, and regional cooperation. Like I said, this is like a continental thing, so the recognition, will be bestowed, because of the recognition of some of the hard work, for the lack of a better word, but because of the impact that President Boakai has made on the continent over the years, MEDays will be bestowing this honor on him. So we're talking about a commitment to peace, to stability, and regional cooperation. And when I mention regional cooperation, because this is a continental forum, so all of this observation does take place, and then they are used as determinants to award some of the leaders, or to award the leaders who go to the forum. And then also efforts to rebrand Liberia as a credible, responsible, and forward-leaning country. That's another one of the reasons why the president will be awarded. So stay with us. Keep watching, folks. Any moment from now, President Boakai will depart Liberia. And those are basically the details for which the president will be departing the country. Chief. So keep watching, folks. We've not been given sufficient details as to, or we've not gathered sufficient details as to how many, or some of those leaders who are forming part of President Boakai's delegation. But basically, we saw the Minister of State. It appears that the Minister of State might, sit in the place of President Boakai in consultation with the Vice President via telephone call. But also, we saw the Minister of State with our portfolio, Madam Boakai Ability. It appears she's on the President's delegation, so that's another thing. But also, where we are currently at the VIP lodge, we're not seeing, a queue of government officials like the way usually done, more officials. And also, we're not seeing the guards from the armed forces of Liberia to get the president his departing honor, and as it's usually done on the airport. Kind of looks simple. And not the usual. And then to place some little emphasis, the president is not traveling with a chartered flight. He's traveling with a commercial flight, as you can see, the Kenya Airways flight. Yes. So keep watching, folks. Still can stay with us. Keep following. We are waiting on the VIP lodge. He's just taking a breather there into the holding room of the VIP lodge of the Bravos International Airport. So kindly leave your comments in the comments section. And as we await President Boakai's departure. So let's see, we can try and see if we can hear from some of the officials here, probably. So talk to them. Let's see, get your feet water.
Professionals, pursuits of solutions, policy specialists, leaders, is within the context of South-South dialogue, North and South dialogue, South-South dialogue. We confront issues like conflict to make the world much more peaceful, much more together, to stop fragmentation, etc., etc. So this is the 17th edition. We are fortunate this time we are told that the President, based on his exemplary leadership, is going to be awarded a prize.
Honorable Minister, I'm not calling you often. I wanted to ask you precisely about this award. This is the highest distinction that usually is bestowed on a leader when they attend the MEDays Forum. And President Boakai, as per the details we gather, is going to be the first post-war Liberian president to receive this prestigious honor. How did he receive the news?
Well, I think we got the stake, like I mentioned, anyone will receive that with great humility, gratitude, excitement. So that would be what I would describe as a reaction. But we have two previous Liberian leaders that have attended but they did not earn
the honor,
So
precisely, can you call their name, sir?
I don't want to go.
Okay, go ahead, sir.
The award is going to be won for the first time by President Boakai.
How many days the president is going for?
The program will begin in earnest on the 26th. Today's departure due to flight arrangements. So the 26th he will address the conference on the very first day. So on Friday he will be back on his way.
So we can say approximately 1 week.
Well, 4 or 5 days.
And also we've gathered that he will be the first leader amongst his counterparts to address the forum. What are some of the issues we expect to hear from President Boakai in Tangier?
Peace, reconciliation, those things that he has championed, like I'm saying, his leadership in the past less than 2 years is about reconciling people, bringing peace, dialogue, etc. Those are the things that he will preach.
Okay.
We expect him to preach based on his previous engagements. We can't for certain say what he's going to say, but those are the parameters within which he represents his community.
And lastly, from our end, I'm Anthony Williams, by the way, and President. Thank you. And President Boakai is not traveling with a chartered flight from what it looks like. Is he going commercial, sir?
Yes, Kenyan Airways will take him to Ghana. These are due to flight arrangements.
Okay.
He will spend the night in Ghana, and then he will continue the journey.
Thank you very much.
No private jet right now.
Thank you, sir.
That's Minister Anthony Keseli, Deputy Minister of Public Affairs and Information there at the Executive Mansion. We're seeing signs of President Boakai's departure. It appears the president is making his way out. So I think we're now going to make our way out there now. So wherever you're watching from, keep watching, stick and stay with us. So you just listened to Minister Keseli there, Anthony V. Keseli, and mentioning some of the key points, providing sufficient detail, I guess, or some key details about President Boakai's travel. What will be some of the things that the president will be talking about? I asked him, you heard him. The president will mention peace and security issue. Of course, the forum is based on some of these issues. Also, he did speak about the honor that will be bestowed on the president, the award. For the first time, Liberia is going to receive such honor. You know, a Liberian leader, though several Liberian presidents have been to the MEDays Forum, but again, this is going to be the first time a Liberian leader will be given said, award. So wherever you're watching, thanks for watching. Keep following. More details about the MEDays Forum when President Boakai arrives there in Morocco. We'll bring you any additional details if we gather them. But you heard it from the minister. The president is traveling on a commercial flight. He's heading to Ghana, switch flights, and come to think of it, and President Boakai did mention the need for the use of chartered flights on some occasions, and of course, if the need arrives for a commercial flight, he will obviously out of the country on commercial flight. We're seeing the Kenya Airways flight parked here at the airport, boarding already, and of course, President Boakai is going to be one of the passengers on that flight. So he will be joining his counterpart in Morocco. We keep emphasizing that at the MEDays Forum. The MEDays Forum brings together presidents, prime ministers, CEOs, international organizations, and experts, global experts to discuss pertinent issues about Africa. So the president will be out there for approximately a week. You heard it from the minister himself. So, but on day one of this forum, President Boakai is going to deliver a speech there. President Boakai is going to deliver a speech there, and also his counterparts to also hold, like indoor meetings, roundtable discussions, and you name it. So we've already gotten some details from Minister Anthony Casselli regarding the trip. So it's very useful. But President Boakai will not be speaking to members of the press. So probably on his return to Liberia, he will update the press on his travels, what his trip is going to be about. On his return, he will talk to members of the press regarding his trip. But for now, he's departing. It's obvious we won't be talking to journalists here at the RIA. So keep watching, folks. Stay with us. We'll see President Boakai's departure any moment from now. He's just taking a breather. And obviously, I'm waiting to board the Kenya Airway flight. It's waiting for All right, folks, so we're seeing President Boakai there now, making his way out. So let's make our way out there. Folks, so President Boakai has already boarded his vehicle. Now he will be taken to the flight. As you can see, that's the flight ahead of us there. The Kenya Airway flight, and the president is going to depart. So that's the Kenya Airway flight right ahead of us there. All right, so there's a flight that's landing. Looks like the ASCAI flight. So President Boakai's vehicle is going to be placed on a hold for now until that flight can use the runway, and then before President Boakai convoy can go to the Kenya Airway flight where he will depart the country officially. So keep waiting, keep watching, sorry, as we wait. So folks, flight has crossed the runway. We're waiting now to witness the departure of President Boakai. Any moment from now, he will be departing the VIP lounge of the RIA. There you have his official vehicle moving gradually, slowly away from the VIP lounge of the RIA. The Kenya Airway flight is already ready. President Boakai is going to board that flight. So there you have it. That's President Boakai's convoy departing, heading towards the Kenya Airway flight that's going to take him to Ghana, as we've been informed by the Deputy Minister there. But also, it's the President's final destination is Morocco, Tangier, where he will be participating in the MEDays Forum. It's an annual forum that's held that brings together presidents, ministers, prime ministers, CEOs, and international experts to discuss issues about the African continent. So President Boakai is flying commercial, and he's going to board the Kenya Airway flight. As you can see ahead of us there, that is the official vehicle of the president going towards the terminal, and he's going to board his flight to the Rabat International Airport towards Ghana before flying to Morocco. We wish we could go a little closer, but we've been prevented. We have not been given authorization to go that far, so we wish we could go further, but I guess it looks a little clearer from here, and you can have a look there. And as President Boakai departs the country, goes into the RIA terminal, and then he will board a commercial flight. As usual, the conversation surrounds presidents or Liberian leaders flying on private jets and all of that. But this time, usually, President Boakai does fly chartered flight, but also the president does fly commercial flight. This isn't the first time that President Boakai will be flying a commercial flight. Just the other day, he was being interviewed on the BBC about flying a chartered flight, and he did make mention of the significance of flying chartered flight on some occasions, and also the significance of flying commercial flights to reduce maybe spending limits, and also you can name the rest. But just before President Boakai departs, or before we end this broadcast, we just want to bring you up to speed on what his trip is about to Morocco, what his travels is about to Morocco, and also we can try and see if we can talk to some of the ministers that are here and watching the beautiful sun set here at the Rabat International Airport as President Boakai departs the country. So beautiful from the skies here at the RIA.